Okay, we're looking at the four-wheeler. Our our CDI is right here. See where I'm moving? So this is our rectifier. It's up in there. So we're going to give this a whirl, see if we can install it. I'll pull it down, show you what it looks like, and then we'll plug it in and see if it starts. Now we're going to be replacing it with this Super Race, hit pause, this Super Race CDI from Goofit. Okay, we have it down. It was it's in a little plastic sleeve up there. I left the sleeve up there because it wasn't coming off. It should just come off, but I wasn't going to bend over and mess with it, so I just slid the whole thing out of the sleeve. I'm going to take and remove the clips. I've already loosened them. So we put it next side by side to our other one. Oh, let's let this settle down. Well, it's not really focusing. There it goes. Our pin count does look the same spot. One pin looks a little bent. We're going to put this new one up in there, and basically just the reverse, plugging the little pins back in, and then we'll slide it back in the sleeve and see if it starts. Next unpause, we will have installed it. Okay, we have it installed. Let's see if that fixed our problem. If not, we have more things to put on. Hopefully we can get all the way through this and find our problem. Turning on the ignition. It lit up. The neutral light. Pushing the ignition. Not our problem. So next part. Next we have our voltage regulator. Nice little voltage regulator. Here is the other one right here. If you notice, way back there is our clip we have to get off. So my hands are really big, so this should be fun. But go ahead and plug in our voltage regulator and see if it turns off. It's the same thing, it's a little clip. Look here, you'll see it's got 4 pins in it. So should be a lot of fun. Okay, we have our new voltage regulator installed. Here's the old connection. You see, looks exactly the same. We're running out of parts to install. Let's go ahead and try to start it up again. Light still comes on. Voltage regulator. That was our problem. So if you have one of these four-wheelers and you're going through and you hit turn on the key, and when you press the ignition to start, if the light immediately goes out, or it seems to go out for a bit of time, looks like it's the voltage regulator that needs to be replaced. Okay, that was false hope. It wasn't the voltage regulator. We just decided to try to turn over that time. And now the light's not even coming on. So, plugged in the voltage regulator, CDI, still nothing. All we have is that the battery junction box. Then we have to start going over our wiring to see where the problem may exist. Keys, ignition's on, light, just came on and it went off again. So that was false hope. Didn't start. Didn't fix the problem. Well, this is our last part, the mystery device. I know where the mystery device goes. It goes right here. Looks like our ignition key turns this on, and it actually turns on the power from our battery. That might be it. So we're going to plug in mystery device and see if that solves our issue. Of course, I'll pull the existing mystery device down, plug in the new mystery device, which it looks like it has your battery terminals. Your battery terminals coming from your battery in and out, and a two-prong plug coming from your ignition switch. This could be our problem, hopefully. And we are done. Or we're out of parts, so we're done installing for the night if this doesn't fix it. Okay, since this looks like it connects our battery to the rest of the vehicle, I went ahead and disconnected our battery here, so we can go ahead and not have a spark show when we're plugging this device in. This would sure be exciting if this was it. I sure hope so. Here goes nothing. Okay, plugged it all in, got the battery plugged back up. Let's see if it will start. No. Okay, so I know it's not the coil. At least I wouldn't think it would be the coil. So I have to get out the multimeter and start going through the wiring of this thing. If it's this ignition switch, then I'm going to be pissed. But have everything but the coil and the spark plug installed. And going to, I guess, continue to press on. So, I remember back in the old day, we used to to test our ignition system, we'd bypass everything and throw a screwdriver across the starter. But not going to try that today. Thank you, and continue on troubleshooting. Okay, after replacing all that fun wiring, still didn't work. So, you see right here, this is the ignition switch I have unplugged. There's the rubber grommet. I guess it probably, it slides off this way. Well, no point in taking that off. But have the ignition cable unplugged, have the multimeter out, and we're going to see if our ignition switch is bad. So stay tuned. We'll be going through the wiring here. Ecstatic. I reset all the wires on the ignition, made sure to push them all back in. Why didn't I do this to start with? Looks like it's starting. Let's see if that CDI is going to work. It sounds more excitable than it was before. Going to have to, of course, tighten everything up, put everything back on, especially this one down here sitting next to the chain. This little guy right in here, he needs to go back in that grommet, and the voltage regulator can't just hang like that. Probably not the best spot for it. But yeah, simple solution may always be the easiest solution, or the best route. $20-something later, and reseat the wiring on the ignition switch. Go figure. Well, let's get it cranked. Let me get it cranked up and see how it goes. Okay, now it kind of sounds like it has a cam. Took and cranked it up, ran it for a while. New CDI seems to be working, and seems to be running okay. Let's see. Once again. Still need some choke, but it is quite cold out here. It's supposed to get down below freezing in Texas. So looking for an exciting night. Before you go out and buy a CDI and a voltage regulator and a mystery object that turns on the battery to the rest of the four-wheeler, try checking your wiring. Thank you and have a great evening.